Today we're going to go a bit away from lore and read a couple of the books that are probably put in the game just for fun. Because we're going to read some riddles. We have the Red Book of Riddles and the Yellow Book of Riddles. The Red Book of Riddles. Nice way of spelling handy. This handy book doth contain all divers manner of riddles and follies, and by means of carefully study the prudent scholarly gentleman may find himself no longer discomfited by the sharp wit of his fellows. Okay, I'm not going to read this the way it's written. I'm going to read it the way it actually is. The posing and puzzling of the riddles is a convention of polite aristocratic Western society. Nobles and social aspirants collect books of riddles and study them, hoping thereby to increase their chance of their appearing sly and witty in conversation. The question: it has a tail, a side, and a head. I call it what I call a snake. It has no body and it is dead. The answer: it must be a drake. Yeah, that'll make sense. The question: poets know the hearts of men and mare, but beasts can't know my heart. You see, this book was written by a bear. The answer: it is not a book of poetry. Okay. The question: I gave you a sock, not unlike a box, with hammers and nails all around it. 2 lids open when it knocks. The answer: it must have been a great hit. Okay, I think these books of riddles were written by children. Very, very young children. The Yellow Book of Riddles. For earnest pleasure in the strengthening of the mind, the author here collects all that he has learned of the art of riddling. By dint of diligent study and through years of discourse with others of similar inclination. The posing and puzzling of riddles is a convention of polite aristocratic Western society. Nobles and social aspirants collect books of riddles and study them, hoping thereby to increase the chances of their appearing sly and witty in conversation. Let's see how sly and witty they appear. A metal, neither black nor red, as heavy as a man's gold and greed. But what do you to stay ahead with friend or arrow or steed? The answer? What was that? Lead? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. A man says, if you lie to me, I will slay you with my sword. If you tell me the truth, I'll slay you with a spell. What must you say to stay alive? The answer: you will slay me with a sword. Okay. A Bosmer was slain. The Altmer claims the Dunmar is guilty. The Dunmar says the Khajiit did it. The Orc swears he didn't kill the Bosmer. The Khajiit says the Dunmar is lying. If only one of these speaks the truth, who killed the Bosmer? Okay, so the Altmer claims that Dunmar is guilty. The Dunmar says the Khajiit did it. The Orc swears he didn't kill the Bosmer. And the Khajiit says the Dunmar is lying. Only one of these speak the truth. Okay, so if the Khajiit says he speaks the truth, then the Dunmer is lying. But the Dunmer says that Khajiit did it. But if the Khajiit says what he says is true, the Dunmer is lying, so the Khajiit did not do it. The Altmer claims that Dunmer is guilty, but the Dunmer says Khajiit did it. So if the Altmer says it's true, then Dunmer is guilty, but the Dunmer says that Khajiit did it. But the Khajiit says that Dunmer is lying, which is true, so the Dunmer says the Khajiit did it, so the Dunmer didn't do it. And the orc swears he didn't kill the Bosmer. Only one telling the truth. So which one's telling the truth? The Altmer claims that Dunmer is guilty. The Dunmer says the Khajiit did it. The orc swears he didn't kill the Bosmer. And the Khajiit says that Dunmer is lying. And the answer is the orc. Well, if he swears he didn't kill it, then kill the Bosmer, then obviously the orc's not telling the truth, but... And the Altmer would not be telling the truth. The Dunmer says Khajiit did it, so he's not telling the truth. The only one telling the truth is a Khajiit who says the Dunmer is lying. But there's no way to figure that out. That's dumb. Anyways, that's our short book of riddles. It's a very short, kind of nonsensical books of riddles. So thank you for listening to the Books of Skyrim, and I'll see you next time. Bye.